behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time once again. We're glad that you could join us today. Got another great interview coming up for you in just a couple minutes. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell here on YouTube. And you're always going to get the latest interviews whenever available. And feel free to use our comment section. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. And feel free to like the page, inboxes, comment, and everything you see. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're a band or a solo artist who want to be on the show, or if you're just simply a fan, just go to PaulMashTV, all one word, at gmail.com. That's our email address. We'd love to hear from you there. And don't forget to turn on every Wednesday at 6 p.m. for Small World TV on Roku. One of our episodes will be on there. And we're going to recap all that for you at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Bloomington, Minnesota, we have Toby Swisher. We've been trying to get Toby on the show for some time now, and today's finally the day. And I think you're really going to like Toby, and especially the song at the end. And we'll get to that in just a moment, but here's another word from Click Jam, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Okay, here we are with another interview, and with us from Bloomington, Minnesota, we have Toby Swisher. Thanks for joining us, Toby.
Hey, thanks for having me, Paul.
Yeah, no problem. We've been trying to get him on the show for a long time, and I guess the day has finally come, I guess. So
yes, today is the day. I'm excited, actually.
Yeah.
You know, Flat Gaza's been like, please, like get on an interview with this guy, and I'm like, okay,
Right.
I'm gonna set aside some time.
And in case you wonder what he's talking about, I every day about 8 p.m. Central, I call this place called For the Record Radio. It's a radio show, and they accept my call sometimes, and I plug my show and all that. And one day they were playing his song called "Fire in the Trunk," and ever since I heard that song, I loved it so much. At least a few times a week, I have them request that song. So that's
so cool.
Pretty awesome song there.
Thank you, man.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about how it all started for you as far as being an artist? I mean, everyone has their own story, and let's hear your story.
Actually, I hated rapping. My older brother, Lushane, at the time, he was getting into it, and we were around 14, 13. And he kind of like forced me to freestyle with him because he had nobody else to rap with. And then he showed me this one instrumental that we can't find till this day. But like when I heard it, it was just the most beautiful beat I ever heard. And it inspired me to like rap. So I listened to different kinds of beats. And then when I went to go and find that instrumental again, he lost the CD. And, like, it just inspired me to create something that beautiful. How I felt at that moment, I wanted to recreate that and like make it my own because someone else did that for me. And I guess that's when I fell in love with hip hop music. I really started to pay attention to the instruments first and then the words second, So that's where hip hop started for me. That's when I started writing music.
Okay. Well, what are some of the people that influenced you on your songwriting? I mean, I'm sure there's some hip hop artists that kind of inspired you.
Oh, word. Redman, Method Man. Those are some of my biggest influences so far as culture-wise. Creativity, my favorite is Eminem, has always been, and that speaks for itself. And I guess just a lot of other rappers that defied the odds to me and made them really good. Tech Nine and like Yellow Wolf. Like I kind of like that they're different, and I've always followed different. So that's where most of my inspiration comes from, because I don't like to follow the mainstream of what's in.
Okay, yeah, those are pretty good ones, and a couple of those you mentioned, like Method Man and Red Man. It's been a while since I've heard those names, and they're legends for sure.
For
Um,
sure.
so why don't you tell us a little bit about how we can find your music? I mean, I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but obviously you're welcome to recommend it if you have any physical copies. But let us know.
Yeah, I do have some physical copies you can get. I got some CDs. They're somewhere here in this closet. But I've actually only released one project, and it's only on SoundCloud, just to start. But you can find me on SoundCloud at Toby Swisher. Just look it up. And you can also look up Toby Swisher on YouTube, and my video to um, I Do My Dance, aka Fuck Mumble Rap. You can find that one on there. I think it's like 1,500 views, and I'm trying to run that up. So go ahead and check that out. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check it out and tell me what you think of that. And we'll get down in the chat and tell me more about what you like to see.
Okay, and as a matter of fact, I think that's I Do My Dance. I think you said it was. Isn't that the video that we're going to be playing now? And if it is, why don't you tell us a little story behind that song? I'm sure there's quite a story behind it.
I Do My Dance it was a song I made in the shower. So I kind of wanted to keep it that same element. Like when you're singing in the shower, you sing your heart out because you know that nobody's watching. And so it's kind of like how I felt with my rap was I wanted to make that kind of like a sing in the shower song. Like I'm gonna do me and not really care what anybody else thinks about it. And when I do, I kind of like do this little dance when you feel the music and you feel that music in a particular way, you kind of do a dance, and it's not a dance, it's just your dance. So like when I say I do my dance, it's more of like an encouragement to say like, like dance like nobody's watching, sing like nobody's watching. So that's
Yeah,
where I do my dance came from.
yeah, I can understand that. Everybody does that, I guess. So we're going to be watching that in just a moment. But before we do, I think that's about all the time we have for now, Toby. We want to thank you again for coming on the show, and we'd love to have you back sometime if you got anything new to plug for us.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll definitely have something brand new that you'll really like, kind of related to this. So sneak peek, stay tuned. And thank you for having me, man. It's been a blast.
Yeah, no problem, Toby. So let's play I Do My Dance by Toby Swisher right here on Paul Match TV. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Yeah. It's Toby Swisher. Hey. I do my dance. I do my dance. Who that man that be standing taller than Hoover dams? That would move a hand at the synagogue with a Ruger blam. I like I'm Gallagher with a super hammer. The watermelons represent for my hardened criminals and my super felons. Sitting in hell while my enemies recollect and relish. Pocket of lettuce and necklaces is what you embellish. Like you're blessed from the devil himself, the inner mind is hellish. Your inhibition's a bitch and my inner mind develops. Hitting with psychedelics with wisdom of ancient relics. That Swisher, there's no misspelling. No AA, run or Jaqueline. Talking like Yoda, homie, the fire when I'm inhaling. Lyrical storyteller, so match it if you can smell it. I'm talking facts, my nigga, you talking shit. I'm talking facts, my nigga, you not legit. I'm talking facts, my nigga, you not the shit. You not the shit, cause we be the shit. I do my dance. I do my dance. I do my dance. I do my dance. So sing along, motherfucker, and move your hands. I do my dance. I do my dance. I do my dance. So sing along, motherfucker, and move your hands. Yeah. They say my name is a name that should not be discussed. I cannot be touched. cause I can bring the plague. Fuck you with me, I make your career disappear, nigga. Nah, no pin and teller. You deaf threaders be writing softer than love letters. You non-sellers that love numbers that climb better. Never write a rhyme and whine when you hear rhymes better. My brain's a fine nectar, my mind defies Mecca. Yeah, I am the mic wrecker, mic checker. I pay my dues collective, that's minus to that collector. I make you bang your head to your spinal cord, fuck your neck up. We get sick with it, that lyricists need a weekly checkup. I was the brother with headphones who wouldn't shut the heck up. My architectural design is based on astral projection. I flipped the script with the scriptures and wrote a college lecture. Love the way you talk to me. I'm the fax machine, never lacking green. Pack of green from the macadine. I could be sitting in all black with a magazine, dressed for tragedy in the column I like mentality. I'm talking facts, my nigga, you talking shit. I'm talking facts, my nigga, you not legit. I'm talking facts, my nigga, you not the shit. You not the shit, cause we be the shit. I do my dance. I do my dance. I do my dance. Hey, I do my dance. So sing along, motherfucker, and move your hands. Hey, I do my dance. I do my dance. I do my dance. So sing along, motherfucker, and move your hands. GC. Yeah. Here we go again. I do my dance. I do my dance. I do my dance. So sing along, motherfucker, and move your hands.